Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having a great day. Guys, in today's video, we are going to jump into the Ogryn tribe crypt and the Dwarf crypt. It's day 3 of Faction Wars Hard. And yeah, I want to show you how I complete those crypts. And maybe this will help you to get some ideas. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's take a look. We're gonna start with the Ogryns, and Ogryns are actually my worst faction. I have not so many legendary champions from the Ogryn faction. Let's see, place 20 poison debuffs, and we already have Uurogrim in here. He's kind of like one of my champions that I solo dungeons with. So yeah, he's a very solid option. Who else? Yeah, we had Stalk. He was a fusion a couple of fusions ago, and he's actually pretty good for that. So yeah, we have Uurogrim, we have Stalk. So pretty nice options. What about Gurda? Yeah, so Gurda has another chance of placing poisons here, but it's conditional, so not that great. Then we have it on A3 as well, placing 2 poisons on all enemies for 2 turns. Very, very nice. Also a little cleanse. Chance of removing 1 buff, so also 1 random buff from all enemies. It's a little budget strip, but yeah, pretty nice actually. 2 poisons, so we kind of have a few options here. I think Uurogrim might be the most accessible for all players. So yeah, I'm just gonna use him in my solo build. So this is the build that I'm using: 251 speed, 76k HP, 4.8k defense, and 363 accuracy. If we add the Faction Wars bonus, we got a little bit more. Where is it? It's all the way at the top. So there we go. 271 speed, 443 accuracy, 614 resistance. A little bit of an overkill, but that's just for the hard dungeon stages, right? You don't have to go that high with your stats. I still don't know where the thresholds are at. I think it's around 300 accuracy. At least that's what I would build my champions with in order to place debuffs. But yeah, let's see. So CRYPT is part of my Hydra team, so he's in a protection set. I have Ugo in Affinity Breaker. I have Bellowa in a stun set, and Maneater is part of my Unkillable Clan Boss team. So I think it's a very solid team, and we should be able to complete this condition very easily. I actually don't know if I have a reviver for the Ogryns. I mean, Ugo is kinda a reviver, but conditional. So yeah, I don't know. I know there's a Void legendary which I pulled on my free-to-play account when I was taking part at the free-to-play Hell Hades challenge. I think the name is Bellatar. Other than that, I'm not sure if there is a reviver. So as you can see, I got a little bit sidetracked right now. There are a lot of cleansers in here when I take a look at that wave. So we have Kaya here, we have Skytouch Shaman, and Sanguina, if I remember correctly, is the name. So 3 cleansers, which is not very ideal, but we're just gonna keep going and see where it takes us. It might take a while until we get through the stage here. Maybe I'll swap somebody out and get one of my damage dealers in here. Give me a second. So actually, I don't think I need CRYPT here. I can easily use Ignatius. I got him built with a little bit of damage. Nothing crazy, actually. 100% crit rate, 228 crit damage, only 3.3k defense, so nothing crazy, as I said, but you know, he should place the Provokes and get a little bit of control, and also he has HP burns, so it will be fine. Alright, I'm gonna decrease the turn meter of Kaya here. Also almost killed her, so that's cool. My Maneater has actually pretty nice damage, to be honest. And there we go. Now I'm gonna do the Provoke. Okay, we provoked 2, but that's fine. How many poisons did we place? So we placed already 10. That means I just need 1 more poison skill from Uurogrim, and then that's it. So pretty nice, actually. Similar to Bad Alcazar, which is quite nice. I kind of have to pay attention that nobody dies. That would be not so great. right? So I'm gonna place the unkillable on everybody just to make sure that nobody dies. Man-Eater is definitely very great for that. And now just A1 those two remaining minions of the wave and save my skills for the next wave. And I think we should have Uurogrim's A3 ready by the end of this wave. Yep, it's like one more turn and easy. So good. As soon as we get to the next wave, which is now, I'm just gonna place that those poison debuffs. Let me see who can cleanse. So kind of have two cleanses here again. All right, placed all the poisons. We should be done now. We got 20 poisons out of 20. Perfect. So I'm just going to try to kill those guys here. And there we go. Wave 2 dead as well. And who should we pay attention to here? Maybe Cardiel. Maybe he's going to be very annoying. Also, Freya can be a little bit annoying here as well. So let's provoke some guys. But as I said, my Ogrins are really not that strong. So yeah, Uurogrim definitely one of the better options for this stage to complete it. All right, there we go. 3 stars, 2 crafting materials. Pretty nice. All right, let's take a look at stage 2. Stage 2, here we need to place 10 stun debuffs. I wonder if the stuns count from the stun set, but they should definitely. Let me take a look if there are other options that I could use. So stuns, yeah, Ignatius does stun with the A1, but it's, you know, just a 25% chance. There are rares probably that have a higher chance to stun. Then we have Drokul. He has a stun on the A1 as well. Kind of seems like a trend, right? For the A1s on the Ogrins to stun, but still 40% chance. I'm not going to book him for this. Yeah, so really no big options here. Magma Blood has a, what is it, 25% chance as well on the A1. Does he have another stun? Nope. All right, and what about Trunda? He has a stun on the A1 as well. All right, so everybody's stunning on the A1. I'm just going to use Ignatius and then keep my Bellowa with the stun set, and I hope it will be enough. 10 stun debuffs really sounds like a lot, but actually I could do another thing. I could put Shadowbones in a stun set. He has a triple hit, an AoE triple hit, which is quite nice, and most of the time this is a guaranteed stun with a stun set, so let's try that. Let me gear him real quick. All right, so there we go. We got him in a stun set plus some feral pieces here. 54k HP, 256 speed, and 458 accuracy. Way too much. And you could definitely go low on the accuracy, but I don't think it matters too much right now. I'm just gonna swap out Ignatius, I believe, and try it like this. Let's see. Or I could remove Bellowa or even Ugo, and yeah, I would definitely, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove Ugo, put in Shadowbones. I got Ignatius here. He can stun with the A1 as well, also deal some damage. Bellowa with the stun set as well, so let's see. Uurogrim should be able to keep them alive with all the heals he does. So I'm gonna put this up right here. Put poisons on everybody. Now let's see. Let's use the A2 from Shadowbones. No stun at all. All right. That's kind of unfortunate. Not a single stun. All right, let's try this again. I kind of want to start off with a strong first wave, right? I kind of want to get out some stuns first before we move on. Let's see. Okay, we got 1 stun. All right. No stun again. We got another one. So that's how many? 2 out of 10. All right, I just want to keep this guy from getting a turn because he can heal and I want to avoid that actually. Let's see. So now he can fill a turn meter. Yeah, let's do this. And now let's do the A3. No stun. All right, all right. Can we stun with him? Okay, we got another stun. Man, his A1 procced more often than the stun set yet. All right, so that isn't too good right now. We're getting kind of damaged a little bit. So maybe I should have used a free or something with Ignatius. Yeah, I think this doesn't look too good. Maybe I have to restart. All right, let's put the unkillable up. Let's heal up Shatterbones. All right, so we got the A3, the A2 ready again, but there's like 3 block debuffs up, so I'm not going to use it at the moment. I'm just going to do the A1 here. And hope I can get up some stuns, you know, once the block debuffs runs out. Now I'm just going to use the A1 with Bellowa. And we got 1 stun actually. Now let me reduce the turn meter of this guy actually. It didn't work and Bellowa is dead. Alright, so we have to restart. Okay, I have to do this a little bit different. I have, you know, to use a different approach. Kind of have to use more skills with Ignatius. So Sepulchre Sentinel doesn't put up that block debuffs, which really messed it up a little bit. But we got 3 stuns, 4 stuns already. Pretty nice. Now it's just about provoking Sepulchre Sentinel, actually, and we got it done. Okay. So that's already good. We got 4 stuns out of 10 and 2 more ways to do the same thing. So yeah, that's a better start, definitely. All right, we got another stun. Perfect, 5 out of 10. So who am I going to focus? Let's focus Halfrag. Let's kill him. That's okay. 1 more stun. All right, we're almost done. 6 out of 10. We need 4 more stuns. Easy. Now this run is way better. Definitely better RNG than before. It's actually pretty cool that stun sets do work. I would assume that the same thing works for poison sets, for toxic sets, for poison conditions. So now we need another 4 stuns, and that should be easy to do. Let me see. So we have a Chimera, which can actually strip the unkillable. That's not very nice. We got no stun. Let's do the A1. Okay, we put the block active skills up. This is very important. Yeah, let me focus Chimera here. I think he's the most annoying champion here. But there's also Mausoleum Mage. I just saw it. He might cleanse all the debuffs. So maybe I should try to stun him at least. Oh, and there we got a stun. Beautiful. All right. So let me use the A3 here. No stun. Okay. That's okay though. We need 3 more. 3 more stuns. Now, I should maybe... Alright, so he has block active skills. She has block active skills. Let me try to kill Seeker. Or actually, let me try to kill... Yeah, I think Seeker should get controlled or killed at least. So... Doesn't boost too much turn meter. Now I have to get rid of Mausoleum Mage. Alright, perfect. He has the block active skills. Now this works way better than I thought it would. There was not really a chance to put up another stun. 7 out of 10 still. We didn't place a single stun on the second wave. So now we gotta try it here. I think he can put up block debuffs. So I definitely have to control him. And we got a stun on him. Perfect. We got 4 provokes. Also very nice. We got 1 more stun. Yeah, we need 1 more. 1 more stun. That's all we need. Come on, we can do it. We just need 1 more stun. With the stun set or whatever, then we're good. So let's see. A1. No stun. Okay. Stun with A1. And there we go. Okay, we got it done. Perfect. And even more. Alright. So this was a little bit tricky, not gonna lie. You gotta have good RNG with the stun sets. But, you know, maybe you have to retry 1, 2, 3 times. But, you know, once you get good RNG, it's pretty much a wrap. So 10 out of 10. So yeah, I think Shatterbones is definitely a very solid option for this because of the triple hit on the AoE attack. And yeah, he just makes it a little bit easier to get that stun proc from the set. Alright, so stage 3, let's see. Last stage for the Ogrins, place 10 Provoke Debuffs, and we can do that with Ignatius. I think I'm just gonna swap out Belloa here and bring in Ugo again, and then just use the Provoke from Ignatius and hope I can put it up 10 times, but I should be able to. So let's see. All right, we start with Ugo. Let me reduce the turn meter from Elva. It didn't work, but it's okay. I just don't want her to cleanse. It's okay, she's stunned. Got 2 provokes and almost killed everybody. All right, let me retry this. Yeah, maybe I should put out Ugo and bring Belloa in so I don't get, the decreased defense. Just really made me nuke this wave, and I don't wanna nuke them too fast. All right, let's see. Let's use the A1. Okay, got the block active skills on Elva, so she can't cleanse. Unkillable, and we got 3 out of 10. All right. I think the cooldown on Ignatius is pretty high, but again, you could technically still use a Provoke set, right, for this. So, yeah, it's definitely not that bad if you consider you can use sets, right? So, pretty cool. All right, so now she cleansed, which is not that great because now they have block debuffs. Ooh, that was very close. Let me put up this. Let me kill Elva. The problem now is I can't really provoke a lot of targets, and the chance with this provoke is also not that great. It's like 50% or something, I don't remember. But it's not 100%, so yeah, not that great. Alright, we go into the second wave with only 3 provokes. Hopefully I get more this time. Let's see, I want to focus Elva again. Alright, and now, come on. 3 out of 5. It's okay, I guess. No stuns. Let me put up the unkillable. I really have to get rid of Elva, though. We might get some stuns with Bone Shatter. Or Shatter Bones is his name. No provokes. Alright, but we almost killed them. So we are at 6 out of 10. Still not, ideal. Now Elva will probably take a turn and cleanse everything off, so I have to, yeah, so there we go. So I can't put up another one, which is kind of annoying. Ooh, that's not good. Let's see, can I kill this? Yeah, okay. That might save me. Maybe? Yeah, I can heal him up. Not gonna lie, this is a little bit harder than the other factions so far. 6 out of 10. I'm not sure if I can do it, man. I don't know. Let's see though. We still have a chance to place provokes on the last wave. Here I can maybe place 1, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I have to put my champions in provoke sets, but I really don't want to. All right, so let's see. All right, so every wave has Elva, which cleanses. Kind of annoying. But let's see. If you can get up a stun. All right, no stun on Elva. But we got 4. Oh my days. We got 4 provokes. 10 out of 10. Let's go. 4 provokes. Now I just gotta beat the stage. Let's kill Elva. I think she's gonna be very, very annoying. So yeah, this one was actually harder than I thought it would be, than I expected. And yeah, we got it done in the end, but still. Let me see what is coming next from the Ogrins, because if it gets harder than this, I don't know if I can complete it. So manipulate buff or debuff duration 20 times. So I need something that increases buffs or debuffs or strips them. All right, but we got Ogryn out of the way. Very nice. Now it's time for the dwarfs. So let's see. Stage 1. Place 10 HP burn debuffs. There are maybe a handful of champions that can place HP burns from the dwarves. Yeah, so we have Trunda, of course. I'm definitely going to use her. We have Geomancer. I'm going to bring him in as well. And we also have this guy, Grunjar, I think is the right pronunciation. Maybe I'm wrong, but he can also put up HP burns here on the A3. It needs to be booked if you want to, get it to 4-turn cooldown, but a 5-turn cooldown is already very long. 4 turns will also be not that fast, cycled back. So it's a 100% chance, if booked, of placing an AHP burn debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think I would book it, if it's your only choice. I don't think I would book it for Faction Wars. I think you can do it without booking him, but he's definitely an option, for Faction Wars to deal with that condition. But I don't know, if you have like 1 or 2 Geomancers, that should be good enough, actually. You only have to place 10 HP burn debuffs. So let's see. You can also use Brogni on the A1. He has that HP burn. Bulwark as well, I think on the A3. It's a 100% chance, so he's a rare champion. Actually, I'm not going to use my Trunda. I want to keep her without artifacts. Otherwise, I have to swap gear around too often. So I'm just going to use Frolny. He should be good enough to get rid of the waves and deal enough damage, and then Maulie for, provokes and revives and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I do have Geomancer in a reflex set, so he should cycle it back, fast enough. But let's see. So there we go, we got 1. Let's try to freeze some of these guys, or at least decrease the turn meter. I'm going to provoke him. I don't think my other Geomancer has gear, or he's very slow. That should be 2 HP burns, alright. And we can place another one. So there we go. So that's free already. And you can basically just do it like this, right? Keep the waves under control. You can stun them, provoke them if you have a stun champion or a provoke champion from the dwarves. And just, build your Geomancer with a little bit of speed. Maybe a reflex set or something that decreases his cooldown so you can cycle that HP burn back and just, control the waves. I think the most important part here is that they don't put up that, block debuffs, so you can put up your HP burns. So definitely pay attention to that. So we got another HP burn, that's 4 out of 10. All right, we're gonna go into the second wave. We got 4 out of 10. It's going good. Okay, so we got another HP burn ready to go. I'm gonna decrease the turn meter of Sanguina. Try to freeze Skytouch Shaman. And we got it. And then provoke everybody else. And there we go. We're gonna have it back in a second. Can put up another freeze. And the HP burn ready to go here on Astralon. Doesn't really matter who we put it on, right? Let's put up the ally protection on everybody. I don't want Maulie to die here. We can actually start doing some damage and get rid of the wave. I'm gonna try to kill Skytouch Shaman here so she doesn't cleanse, which can be very annoying. So we need 3 more HP burn debuffs. I think I should have it ready to go. Yeah, we do. I'm just gonna do it on the next wave. And that should be fine. Alright, who we gonna put it on? I think Cardiel, since he can cleanse. I really don't want him to cleanse. Let's do this as well. Provoke everybody. Oh, the other Geomancer got provoked. I don't really like that. We need to put up 2 more HP burns. So it's not really ideal, but I'm gonna A1 Freya again. Since she's frozen, she will take less damage. Yeah, that kind of threw me off a little bit here with the provoke, but I think we can still get it done. So we need 1 more. Now I can actually kill Freya. Doesn't really matter. Put up the ally protection. And as soon as Geomancer takes a turn, we're actually at the finish line. And there we go. Alright. And there we go. We should have 10 out of 10 HP burns. Perfect. Now we can just finish the wave and that's it. And there we go. 3 starred. Was a little bit tricky, not gonna lie. With 2 Geomancers, it's doable. I don't think you should use less than 2. Maybe you can do it with 1 with a lot of luck on the RNG, from the reflex set, but it's gonna be a little bit harder to do, definitely. You definitely don't want to kill the waves too fast here. So let's see, stage 2. Place 10 stun debuffs. I mean, there's only one champion I think they can place stuns here. Or actually, there's more. Let me see. So we have this, we have Trunda, of course. We have Fodbor, but it's only one stun, like a single target stun. And then we have this guy right here. He can actually put up an AoE stun, which is pretty cool. I don't have him geared. I can definitely just put some gear on him because I'm not using him anywhere else. Maybe sometimes in Curse City, but that's fine. All right, there we go. The good part really about Faction Wars Heart is that I can, empty out some space and just use all the gear that I just got laying around. So 235 speed should be fine enough. 369 accuracy. All right, let's see. We should be able to get some stuns out. I will also use Trunda just for more stun chance. Gonna provoke everybody. And now let's do this. He's not booked, so I mean 3 stuns out of 5, still pretty good. I'm gonna put up the ally protection. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Doesn't matter. I was thinking about waiting till they lose the stun, but I think it's okay. Okay, he provoked. That's pretty good. And we got another 3 stuns. So now we're at 6 out of 10. Actually pretty nice. I think we can just start killing them. All right, there we go. Just gonna finish off the last champion from the first wave, and now we're at the second wave. I'm gonna start with Newt's A2. Provoke everybody again. And now try to stun. And we got one more stun. Now we're at 7 out of 10. Alright, so she's still at, 3 turns cooldown because she's very slow. She didn't really take a turn. But it's okay, I guess. I will just try to nuke them. There we go. Alright, so we're now at the third wave. 7 out of 10. I don't know, maybe we can do it. I'm not sure. I definitely need to provoke those guys before they take a turn, but I kind of killed the wave too fast. All right, so let's see. Okay, so that kind of hurt a little bit. But Newt has the counter attack, so he can freeze everybody, which is perfect. Let's freeze him as well. Okay, he didn't get a freeze debuff, but I can provoke him. So she can stun with the A1 as well. I'm gonna try that. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got another stun. 8 out of 10. Now we just need one more. And now we got it ready. Let's go. So we need 2 more stuns. Come on. And there we go. Exactly 2. And we're at 10 out of 10. So now I just need to kill the waves. Perfect. All right, here we go. 3 stars. Stage 2. And now the last stage for today. Let's see. Place 10 Provoke Debuffs. So that should be fairly easy to do with Maulie, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna change anything here. Or should I? Maybe I could bring in Geomancer. I'm gonna swap out Trunda for sure. And then bring in this guy. I think that should be fine. Okay. So Maulie definitely the go-to option here for provoke debuffs. Other than that, I think he can provoke on the A1 as well, but it's just a single target, so might be a little bit tricky. Oh, we got one resist here. But other than that, I'm not sure who can provoke from the dwarves. We have to check out in a second. I think there's Master Butcher that can also provoke. He's a rare champion. But we're gonna check the roster in a second after the stage. Yeah, so the key sometimes to really do the conditions is to not deal too much damage, right? Before you don't want to kill the waves before you have your skills back, so you can place those debuffs for the conditions on the next wave straight away. Yeah, that's really something you have to pay attention to. So we got one more turn on Maulie before we can use that provoke again. We are at 9 out of 10. All right, so there we go. Third wave. Done. Everybody's provoked. 10 out of 10. Let's go. And there we go. Last dwarf stage. 3-starred. Perfect. Nice. All right, so let's see. Provokes from the dwarves. Very interesting, actually. I'm not quite sure if there are that many. I mean, Maulie, obviously. Oh yeah, we have Rockbreaker as well. So he can provoke with the A1, right? But it's a 50% chance. Then we have Rockbreaker, and he has an AoE provoke on a 3-turn cooldown. It's just for 1 turn, but still. And then we have Nari the Lucky. He can provoke. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a provoke for 1 turn. Also places a counter attack buff on this champion. So this is kind of like the same skill. He does the same thing that this guy does, but he's an epic champion and he's a legendary champion. But it's the same skill basically. And this is a 4-turn cooldown, and this is a 3-turn cooldown on the epic. So I don't know. There's something wrong here. But still, so he's a very solid option to put out the provokes. You know, epic champion, 3-turn cooldown, AoE provoke. It's placing, so the affinity doesn't matter. But if you don't have him, Nari is also an option. He kind of needs to be booked. So I would definitely go with Rockbreaker if you have him. But let's actually see. I think Master Butcher does place provokes as well. So here, Master Butcher places Provoke debuff on the target enemy. So it's a single target provoke. So not really ideal, but you know, if you don't have another option, he might be the way to go. But still, I think Rockbreaker is the best option here. He has an AoE provoke, is an epic champion. So yeah, very easy to build, and he can probably get it done also very quickly. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I'm definitely gonna do this on a daily basis now and just, you know, walk you through my progression in Faction Wars. So if you're interested, definitely keep an eye out. I'm gonna release a couple more videos. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.